Hello girls, good evening to everyone. How are you girls? I hope all are good and safe. Welcome you once again for my English class. Today we are going to see a fifth unit, that is a lexical skills. In that first we are going to see spelling. In that spelling we are going to see that 10 rules for apostrophe. We use the apostrophe. But before that, we are going to learn a punctuation marks. First, we go with what is meant by lexical. Lexical. Lexical meaning of the word has the meaning proper to the given linguistic unit in all its forms and distributions. The word forms do, does, did, doing, done. Some more example: go, goes, gone, going. It possesses a different grammatical meanings of tense, person, number. But each form they have one and the same semantic component, denoting the process of movement. So just simply we can say as lexical skill is like a dictionary. Okay, it is coming under the category of under the grammar. Okay, so here you can see in that grammar there are 5 different categories is there. There are 5 different categories, divisions in grammar. One is a phonology, that is a sound system. The second one is semantics, that is a meaning system. Third one is morphology, that is a word formation. Fourth one, it is a syntax, that is a sentence formation. The last one, lexicon, that is a vocabulary of word. So the last one only we are going to see in this lesson. First, what is meant by spelling? Spelling is a process or activity of writing or naming the letters of a word. So everyone know that the alphabet letters are 26. The 26 letters, a group of letters is called the words. Group of words is called the sentence. Group of sentences is called paragraph. And group of paragraph is essay. So in that spelling is the most important. It is the activity of writing or naming the letters of a word. Now, in our book, they prescribed spelling. Under that spelling, they gave us a apostrophe. So, before going to the apostrophe, we have to know some basic punctuation marks, how we have to use. Let's see. So, correct punctuation can save a person's life. Okay, correct punctuation save a person's life. So here, let's eat grandpa, let's eat grandpa. 2 sentences there. But the intent meaning of the sentences, the main intention of the main meaning of the sentences, the second example of the speaker letting the grandfather know they are ready to eat. Without the use of the comma, the sentence read as a statement that the speaker may intend to eat their grandfather. So you just go through with the first sentence, first statement. Let's eat grandpa. That means eat grandpa. Okay. But in the second sentence, let's eat grandpa. that is the correct sentence, it is a main idea to express ready to eat. That is the main meaning. So now, what is punctuation? What is punctuation? Punctuation is the system of symbol that we use to separate a sentence and part of a sentence and to make their meaning clear. Each symbol is called the punctuation mark. Essential in writing. It is important in writing. Show where sentence starts and finish. Through the punctuation mark only we can identify where the sentences are starts and where it was end. Make writing easy to understand. When we are using a punctuation mark, it will be easy to understand. Okay, punctuation is the system of symbols. It's a symbols, okay, that used to separate a sentence and part of a sentence to make their meaning clear. Now, next one. The 14 punctuation marks in English grammar. That is period. That means a full stop, question mark, exclamation mark, comma, semicolon, colon, dash, hyphen, parentheses, brackets, brace, apostrophe, quotation marks, ellipses. These are the 14 punctuation marks. In the next, we are going to see detailedly. So, first of all, how to use these punctuation marks? Let's see. First of all, the period as well as a full stop. Use at the end of the complete sentence. Got it? Just remember, use at the end of a complete sentence. If you want to complete the sentence, you have to put the full stop. I went to the store for groceries. I went to the store for groceries. And second rule, use at the end of an indirect question. Use at the end of an indirect question. Example, he asked where the milk was. Got it? The two rules. The first rule is at the end of the complete sentence, you have to use full stop. And then the end of an indirect question, you can use a full stop. He asked where the milk was. Okay. Now next one, comma. Rule. Use comma to separate a word or items in a list. Okay. Use comma to separate. You want to separate a words or items in a list. If they're in a list means you have to put a comma. She has 2 dogs, 3 cats, 1 bird and 5 fishes in her house. This notice here. She has 2 dogs, comma, 3 cats, comma, 1 bird, comma, and 5 fishes in her house. This is the first. Second rule, use a comma to separate a city from its state. Use a comma to separate a city from its state. I am from East Lansing, comma, Michigan. I am from somewhere in Tamil Nadu. So this is, I am from Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. So just we have to separate the city. Third rule, use a comma to separate the day of the month from the year. Okay, use the comma to separate the day of the month from the year. So when we are using to write, he was born on August 4th, comma, 1990. He was born on 31st October, comma, 1877. This is the rule to follow. And the next rule, use a comma to separate 2 adjectives. Okay, adjective means no, everyone knows that it is a describing something, describing a word. When the word and can be inserted between them, okay, when the word and can be inserted between them. Example, she was a young, beautiful dog. Got it? She was a young, beautiful horse. Describing a word, at the time we have to use a comma. The next one is question mark. Everyone knows that. Raising a question is called the question mark. Use a question mark only after a direct question. Okay, only you have to use after a direct question. Example, will you come over after school? Will you come over after school? Okay, where are you from? It's a direct. Where did you live? This is the direct question. So, use question mark only after a direct question. And the next one, exclamation point. Exclamation, expressing a surprise, emotion, shock. So for that we will use an exclamatory mark. For that the rule is use the exclamation point to show the emphasis or excitement, to show the importance or excitement. Summer is in 3 months. Summer is in 3 months. It's so this sentence, the punctuation, the exclamation mark showing the importance. So, summer is going to come in within 3 months. In the 3 months, summer is going to come in 3 months. Got it? The next one, quotation marks. What is a quotation marks? We are all used to put double quotations. Okay, that is, I think here you can see this. Okay, so quotation marks. Rule. Use quotation marks to set off a direct quotation. Use quotation mark to set off a direct quotation. Example, what's your favorite color? She asked. What's your favorite food? He asked. Okay, direct quotations. What is your plan? She asked. What's your idea? Direct. Whatever it is able to ask in the direct way, we can use the quotation. Second rule, periods and comma always go inside quotation marks. So when we are using a full stop or a comma, it always inside the quotation only. Okay, you just see in the last example, I don't want to go to school today. I don't want to go to school today, comma, after only that quotation, Helen said. Full stop. You got it? I think you are all understand this very well. The next one, parentheses. What does mean parentheses? Bracket. We will put a C. That is a parenthesis. So rule. Use parentheses to enclose a word or figures that clarify or are used as an aside. Okay. When you are closing the words, when you are closing the figure, clarifying as an inside, at the time we have to use a parenthesis. Example, he received 150 points. It's already in the sentence. Even though if you are mentioning in a number, that time you have to enclose the word, enclose the figure, enclose the number. You have to clarify or use to has a inside. Got it? On his maths project, he received 150 points on his maths project. So this is the way to use a parenthesis. And the next one, it is a very important one. First, today we are going to see just an outline. Okay. In the next class, we are going to see especially about the apostrophe. Okay. In this, we are going to see some points, some important points only. In the next class, we are going to see detailing apostrophe. Rule number 1. Use the apostrophe when combining two words. Got it? Combining two words. It is always placed in the spot where the letter S have been removed. Got it? So, first you remember and try to understand this. Use the apostrophe. First you just note down this is the apostrophe mark. Okay. Now, see here. Use the apostrophe when combining two words. It is always placed in the spot where the letter S have been removed, where the letter have been removed, have been deleted in that place. Okay. Example: she is only allowed candy on Friday. She is. Okay. Omitting of ISS. Instead of the I, we are using a apostrophe. Okay. She is only allowed a candy on Friday. Got it? Combining a two words. Okay. It is always placed in the spot where the letter S have been removed. Got it? And in rule number 2, use the apostrophe to show possession. Possession means own, owner. Okay, place the apostrophe before the S. Example: they found Miss Connor's gloves. They found Miss Connor's gloves. Whose gloves? Connor's. The corners, when we are using the apostrophe before the S, it shows the possession. Got it? The next one, colon. Rule: use the colon after a complete sentence to introduce a list of items. Just remember, use the colon after complete the sentence to introduce a list of items. Example: on my trip I will bring, okay, on my trip I will bring clothes, pillow, a sleeping bag, toothbrush and my teddy bear. On my journey I will bring mobile charger, pouch, etc. like this. Got it? The second rule: use the colon after the greeting of the person's name in a business letter. Got it? Use the colon after the greeting of the person's name in a business letter. It's officially we have to use like this. That is, dear Mr. Smith, like that. Okay. And the next one, semicolon. A mark of punctuation, semicolon, used to connect the independent class and show a closer relationship than a period does. Use a semicolon when you want to form a bond between the two statements, typically when they are related to contrast with one another. First of all, you have to understand that class, main class, subordinate class. Okay, the semicolon have to used to connect a independent class and show the closer relationship than a period does. Use a semicolon when you want to form a bond between, what a relationship between two statements. For that we have to use a semicolon. Okay, typically when they are related to or contrast with one another. Got it? At the time we have to use a semicolon. The most common way to use a semicolon is to connect a two independent class. For example, just see here, I'm going to zoom little. I hope you are. Yeah, I'm going to read. The ice cream truck man drove by my house today. He had a big hairy kumkals. Got it? He had a big hairy kumkals. Got it? The two statements are separated by a period. Okay, by the help of full stop, this two statements were separated. The ice cream truck man drove by my house today. That is a one statement. He had a big hairy knuckles. Okay, so the two statements are separated by a period. If read aloud, it would go something like this. Got it? The ice cream truck man drove by my house today. Okay, and then take a breath, and he had a big hairy knuckles. So with a semicolon, however, it would sound like this. Okay, the ice cream truck man drove by my house today. He had a big hairy knuckles. Got it? So when you are giving a break into the two statement with the help of semicolon, with the just to try use to connect the independent class. Got it? Independent class means the two separated states but containing to the one another. That's called a independent class. For that we have to use a semicolon and show the bond between two statements. Now next one, difference between semicolon and colon. Okay, difference between semicolon and colon. Semicolon and colon. First, semicolon used to connect a two independent class. Each class stands alone as a sentence. Two classes are somewhat related. Colon used to give examples and present a list. The part before the colon should be able to stand alone. Got it? So just now we saw that colon as well as a semicolon. So in the semicolon we learned where we have to use means where the connect the independent class to other statement and shows what is the relationship between the two statements. Okay, and then here they clearly explain the difference between a semicolon and colon. For the semicolon have to use to connect a two independent class. Each class stands alone as a sentence. Okay, two classes are somewhat related only. Okay, the colon used to give some example and present a list. Okay, and then the part before the colon should be able to stand alone. The next one, brackets, parentheses, bros, whatever we can say that. These are used to set off a material that is not very closely related to the rest of the sentence. They usually give extra information. Okay, example, the findings of the research referred to appendix into 2 are quite surprising. Katrina, okay, had a devastating effect on thousands of people. So it is the brackets, parentheses, braces it will be finding of the research person. Okay, those who are doing a research, those who are doing a project, those who are preparing for a thesis, they are doing a research mean at the time they are use brackets, parentheses and braces. Generally, parentheses refers to a round bracket. Okay, and brackets to square brackets. However, we are more and more used to hearing these referred to simply as a round bracket or a square bracket. We also learn about the difference between a parentheses, brackets and braces. Got it? So we will use a round bracket. There is a square bracket also this day. So I hope you all understand about what I said. So in this class we saw what is a lexical skill, and then what is the path of a spelling, and what is the punctuation marks. What are the 14 punctuation marks? That is a period, full stop, question mark, exclamation marks, comma, semicolon, colon, dash, hyphen, parentheses, brackets, brace, apostrophe, quotation marks, ellipses. So these things we were saw in this class. Okay, so I hope you are all enjoyed my class, and then now you are understand. I think you will use these tips to follow in your writing skill and make your writing skill more effective, and make others to read easy to understand your writing with the help of the punctuation marks. Thank you, girls. Thank you for watching.